Good morning. So, guys, you're going to take some really quick notes in your journals. For those of you who are absent, this is going to be the first time you hear this. For those of you who are here, you might know a little bit of this, so just kind of get through this video as fast as you can, okay? So, remember, we're talking about an equation. Please title your page in your journal. I believe you're on page what, 17, 18? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I think it's 18 or it might be 19. So go to your journals and then title it Linear Equations. Remember, if I go too fast, feel free to push pause so that you can catch up on the notes, okay? So you're going to go to your journal, page 18 or 19. You need to be in those pages. I don't think I have it saved. Nope. Nope, I don't have it saved. Okay, so here we go. Page 18 or 19 in your journals, linear equations. Let's go ahead and talk about the linear equation. It's called y equals mx plus b. Okay, yesterday we talked about m is called the slope. M, how does it help you to graph? Remember, this equation, let's go ahead and use rainbow. This equation is for how to draw a line. This equation tells you how to draw a line, okay? Now, you need two things. You need your slope and you need your y-intercept. You need your m and you need your b. So here we go. Slope is also called the movement, and it's a measure. Okay? How is that? It's also the rise over the run. Okay? So all these things are slope. Okay, now B. Whoops, too thick. Okay, B is called your y-intercept. How does that help us draw our line? It's where you begin. So we're going to say it's the beginning point. And then it's a point that looks like this. This always has to be 0. X is 0. So let me give you an example right next to this. So y equals mx plus b. It's the same thing as saying y equals negative 2x plus b, right? Where m is negative 2. And b, right? B, oh wait, I didn't give you a number with the work. Okay, so let's put a 3 here, right? That's b, your y-intercept. So how does this help us to graph, right? These are instructions to graph. So here's how you do that. Insert. No, I don't need stickers. I guess I can't do it on this thing. Okay, so what I'm gonna need is a graph. So here I go. Okay, remember you're taking notes. Okay, so I'm gonna do my best here. I'm not very good here. All right, so here we go. We have my x and y axis. This is x, this is y. So what you have to do, right, and this is like, let's go ahead and fill it out. I really wish I had a graph. You get the point though, right? So remember, where do we begin? Where do we begin? We begin here, right? Well, it's here. And didn't I tell you that this is a point? 0, comma, and then whatever that number is 3. Okay? So now, go to 0, 3. Your taxi, remember, X is your taxi. Your X didn't go this way. You didn't move, right? You only went up 1, 2, 3. Okay? That point right there is at 3. But it has to be on the Y line, okay? Which is called the Y axis. Okay, so we have our first point. Check. Now we got to do our slope, right? Remember, let's come back over here. Come back over here. All this is the same thing. The slope is just the steepness measure. But how does it help us to graph? Well, it tells us how to move, right? So here we go. From this point, from here, from 3, from where you begin, here, right? Begin. From here, now you're going to move. But you need a fraction. So it's going to be -2 over 1. If you don't see a number, put a 1 underneath, okay? Because now it's going to tell you to go down because it's negative. See, negative. Okay, again, it's negative. So you have to go down. So from here, we're going to go, here, let's go ahead and use a highlighter here. We're going to go down how many? 1, 2, and then there, 1, 2. And then we're going to go to the what? To the right, how many units? Just 1, right? So here we go. So just 1. And there's going to be your second point. That's the end of your move. So when you connect the points, that is your line. Okay? So again, the equation y equals mx plus b, it's the instructions to graph a line. Step 1, use B to find the y-intercept. Remember, this is B over here. Sorry, I'm over here. And what was our B in our equation? 3. So then you got to go to the y line to find the first point. Okay, then step 2, from the first point, from here, then you start to move. From the y-intercept, move. Do your rise over your run. Okay? All right. Go ahead and push pause if you need to catch up. You're going to need to know how to do this for your IXL. Okay, so I don't know, you should still have room, lots of room. So I'm going to go ahead and start talking about the second topic. So this was how to draw a line, right? How to draw a line from the equation y equals mx plus b. Now, okay, pause if you have to. Now, we're going to talk about the types of slope. Okay? Remember, are all mountains the same? No, right? So there are, let's use a magical color here. There are 3 types of slope. Okay, 3 types of slope. So make sure that you're taking notes here. Second category. Okay, so this is the next big topic, next one. Okay, so please make sure you got this. Okay, here's your title. We're talking about 3 types of slope. 3 types of slope. Okay, the first one. If you have a graph, so you're gonna need, I'm a loser, guys. There's actually 4 types. There's 4. Just kidding. I just thought 3 was nicer. I'm kidding. All right. So 4 types of slopes. Okay? 4 types of slope. Here we go. Remember, slope is what? How steep a line is. Remember that, okay? So, how steep? So let's use this magic here. Okay, so we got this one. We got that kind of line. These are just pretend lines. We got this line. We got this flat line. And we got this line right here. Okay, so remember, I don't know if you want to make a note somewhere, you're going to need this information for your quizzes. Okay? I think there might be an IXL too that has this. So please make sure that you use these notes for your quizzes. Okay? So, what kind of slopes are these? Well, think about it. If you put your little guy here, you always put your little girl or guy here, okay? Are they going to go up or down? They're increasing. So this is positive slope. Okay? It's also called increasing slope. Okay? How about this one? If you always put your person at the very end. Are they going to go up or down? Right? So if they're going down, that's called a negative slope. And if it's negative, is it increasing or decreasing? Right? It's going down. Okay? This one's going up. This one. Oh, okay. So let's give an example of rise over run. Rise over run. Okay, so look at this. Aren't I going to go up and then run? So if I'm going up, I'm increasing. So my rise is positive, and then I'm going to the right to the positives. So like an example would be 3 over 8 is positive. Just an example. Okay? This one, an example of a negative slope. Okay? Look at this. Don't I have to go down and then cross and then down and cross, right? If I'm going down, right, I have to go down to get to my line here. Go down to get to my line. If I'm going down, an example of a negative slope would have to have a negative 3 over 8, let's pretend. Okay? How about this one? Okay, let's move this over here. Okay. So here we go. How about this one? What kind of slope? Is it increasing, guys? Ladies, is it increasing? No. Our little person is just going flat, right? So what's the slope? Is there a steepness, guys? Oh, there's no steepness. Right? Did I rise? Let's go from this point to this point. Do you go up? No. Right? You don't go up. So this one has no or 0. Wow. 0 slope. Okay, well, what about the rise over the run? Okay, well, let's do an example. You didn't rise, so that's a 0. But can I run from this point to that point? Sure, let's say 2. What's 0 divided by 2? 0. So that's why it's called a zero slope. Okay? A way to remember that is flat. There's no steepness. Also, it makes a Z. Okay? So 0. So on your quizzes, they're going to ask you, what kind of slope is this? If it's flat, you know it's 0. Okay? Now for this one, check this out. Ah, deleted everything. Okay, so here we go. Put this back in there. All right, this one, if it makes an N, okay? If it makes an N, it's a negative slope. Okay? All right, that's just a little trick to remember. All right, so we know this one makes 0 because there's no slope, there's no rise, there's no increase. All right, now this last one. This one's the trickiest one. This is called undefined. It does not exist. There is no slope. There's no such thing, okay? There's no steepness as going up and down. Well, let's prove it. Rise over run. Okay, let's see. From this point to this point, did you rise? Yeah, sure. 1, 2, 3. So let's put a 3. But then did you run? Did you go to the left or right? No. Uh-oh. Guys, you cannot divide by 0. There's no such thing. You can't divide by 0. So for no such thing, it's called undefined. Undefined. Okay? So pause if you have to. Pause if you have to. Okay, now. Give it a try. You don't have to do these. Just give them a try. What kind of slope is this? Positive, negative, or no slope? What kind of slope is this? What kind of slope is this? And what kind of slope is this? Right? So just kind of test yourself. And how do you know? Okay? All right. Moving on. All right, I think this is it for these notes.